Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, I forgot. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri,
Okay.
and every year we come here,
Yeah.
I come to this stand.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Like no shit, best peanut butter latte
Yeah.
I've ever had.
Yeah.
And we've been traveling for a month now. Nobody else has peanut butter.
Yeah. It's pretty rare.
Yeah, it really is.
Do you guys come here for something specific?
My father-in-law lives over in Ballard.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, I fell in love with it when I first started coming to Seattle.
Yeah.
I would move here in a heartbeat, man. Have you always been here?
Me? No, I've been here a year. I moved here from Florida.
What brought you here from Florida?
I had a friend who wanted to move over here for some reasons, and I've been in the coffee for about 10 years.
Nice.
This is the coffee capital.
Yeah.
Kind of like a dream / whatever moment.
Are you happy?
I am happy. I am very happy.
Good.
I am very lonely.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so she left and moved to Chicago for school, and that was the only person I knew here. Besides the people I know at work. But I mean, it's all good. I'm having a great time. I mean, you can't beat the weather.
You're right.
It's biking, so.
And dude, you're a cool dude. So like, you're gonna meet people.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about that. That's hard.
Yeah, no, hey, trust me, it's all good. I'm very positive. Yeah.
There you go. Thank you, my man.
I appreciate it.
Have a great day.
Take care. Thank you.
So what I'm finding is when you're open to connection, human connection, so many people want it and will tell you some of the craziest things. But through those things, I can find healing because I find out how they dealt with things, what they're dealing with. And I don't know, it just helps me. And so I really love having these interactions. By the way, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, August 13th. And my wife is in Seattle. Today we're going to go to the Space Needle. I'm going to take the kids up in it. The kids have not been there, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And I went and got my peanut butter oat milk latte at this little stand across from the high school that I go to every time I'm in town. It's about 10 minutes from Michael's house. But I love coming over there. I love seeing all the people walking, and yeah, everybody's been so nice. We haven't had a bad experience. Everybody's been really cool.
Oh, that's nice of you, Reagan. You don't like it?
I don't like that.
Good. Are you gonna? No, good.
You like it? It's weird.
It reminds me of my childhood.
I kind of like how they just block everybody since they can't go.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all right. We're not in a hurry.
Nope. All right, Seattle tourists, day 2.
Well, what you do is you do this. You come a little farther this way, Michael.
I'm surprised it still works.
It's over.
That's why I bought that. When you tell me your opinion. Yeah, my wife told me always wash the dishes. We are flying at 10 miles an hour. We will expand 41 seconds to the top. The Space Needle was built in 1962 by the World's Fair. Today we have a beautiful view around to the city. In front to us we have a Puget Sound, salt water, who is part of the Pacific Ocean. At the left side we have two important stadiums. The white arch, it is for Seahawks Stadium, and the black arch, it is a Mariners Stadium. Have a beautiful day.
Pull. Pull. Quiet. Stand up. Do it. Good job. What do you think? It's not horrible. Do you realize how far up we are? Do you see those cars?
Yeah.
Dubs? Dubs. You doing okay? Hey Wyatt, do you want to lay down next to her?
Smile. Look at me. Smile. Oh, we look terrified.
What is that? What is that huge building up between the towers?
That's the old Queen Anne High School. You can ask Tom Neal, he went to Queen Anne. And now it's retire. It's a retirement home for teachers.
Wow.
But wasn't that nice? Wouldn't that be a great high school? Have a,
Oh, I couldn't imagine having that view in a high school.
and then this is the lake that I learned to fly in. And in the pattern, you can come around Space Needle easy. You come around the east side and everything.
I bet that was neat.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very common view I had just before I learned it. It's easy. It's easy to do after you learn it a few minutes.
Si hay algo que se está moviendo, ya no se mueve.
You did it. I'm gonna show them the view now. Ooh, glass floor. And then back to the kids.
Such great. Yeah, your dad's taking his dog. That's kind of too bad we can't see Cy.
Can't see what?
Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see Rainier.
Yeah. Can't see these mountains either. These are really pretty. What a downtown. What a nice downtown core. Kind of got a good look to it, doesn't it?
Oh, it has a really good look.
They got Manhattan.
Yeah.
I can't believe that one business got the got the monorail to go over the top of it. It's the strangest thing.
Where's that?
It's a private business, and down here, the monorail goes into the center city. So they built this monorail for the World's Fair, so that people could see in the hotels downtown. They come out to the World's Fair. Okay, it was kind of quite a ways out. So all the hotels were downtown. More of a small.
Oh, I see. The business now. Yeah.
Yeah, we just remember this is Seattle in the 1960s. Okay, little tiny town. There are a bunch of motels up Aurora and stuff like that they built for the fair.
But
the rich people could stay in the downtown hotels. And then if you look down there, you'd ride the monorail, but look how it goes over the top of the business.
Oh yeah.
And I always thought, how do they negotiate that?
Well, and that, and how much vibration do they get in their building, and
Well, they signed away their life, I'm sure. They're probably going to turn the pier in front of the stadiums. If you can see that.
yeah.
The front is probably that's going to be cruise ships, and that's right next to. You can imagine we were down by the ferry bill, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you put cruise ships now down on that next
Where that
pier,
Glovis is.
yeah, that's what I've heard.
Is that going to be good or bad?
It's all about the tourist dollar right now. If you're going to do the city like we're planning to do, they've done the promenade now. You've got It's just a cool city. And then we have cruise ships going up to Alaska and coming and going. So people always come to Seattle on the shoulder of a cruise to Alaska. And they come in and find out, wow, Seattle was one of the best stops on the whole trip. They love the town.
Wow.
It's like when I was in junior high school, that's one of the local television stations. And I got to go down there and film a church play that we would run in church on real television.
Look at this seaplane over your head.
Yeah.
No, they all go to
Isn't that cool?
That's cool as hell.
I told you that legally I did the pattern sometimes where I would come on the outside of the Space Needle on this side of it and then loop around. Generally I went on that side. It was pretty cool.
2 seconds, this is the north one.
It is. Meet up with the Space Needle.
Yeah, it's going down.
Thread that needle. Wow. Thread that needle. Oh, really?
I went already. Yeah.
In the back, 50 years ago, I was captain of the cross team. Press the little black button on that part.
What was your position?
My first game, 6 goals, 1 assist.
All right.
Cemented my legacy for 4 years.
Nice.
Said I'm done.
There's no, you don't get a second chance to make first impression.
That's
right?
right. That was a good first impression.
Yeah.
Costume deposit.
Yeah, he's like, bam, bam.
Have a great day, everybody.
I know
Guys like you. It's too funny. Yeah. Like hey.
I'm talking about.
I think we cannot get out.
Low pop.
And they used to have a science fiction thing in there too.
Hi, Reagan.
You want candy
I just heard him say that.
I think the playgrounds in Washington are really dangerous. Like, look how far these like straight.
Yeah, you could tumble down and. Dude, you're like John Wick.
So you want to come right straight down on the pipe.
No, out of there.
Can't, it's one way. It's one way this way. You could do it on the other side of things. Right. Yeah.
I don't know where to
We're letting John. I'm just telling you, you're scaring Chinese tourists away.
Oh.
So your shot could be down here at the end of the street.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to cycle around and see what you're looking for your shot.
So honestly,
But-
Michael, if I dump you right here, go right by that white van,
Well, yeah, okay.
and as I turn the corner, literally just get a good,
a video.
a stable video
That
of
format. Okay.
this whole sign and everything in the background and me driving by.
Okay. Got it.
Because he wants to.
Kind of waiting for him to get over there. There's a car behind me. It's alright, I'll act like I can't.
That's perfect with people. Oh, it's clear now.
Yeah, I know.
Guess people were driving down
You
here.
ready? Yeah.
This takes long.
Is he doing it now?
Yep.
This place is so cool.
Oh, I am.
It's up to you.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, we got big salmon, Nia Bay.
I don't think it's here.
This is good. This is good. Just kind of good people watching, huh?
It is.
Then these people going into the Starbucks. Yeah, that was a line for the. No, Starbucks is still there. This isn't a line for the Starbucks, is it?
Yeah, it's here. Old fashioned candy store. That's where we got it. This one? Okay.
I'm sure you'll have no problem finding a parking
Is there
spot.
like that bag and you can put
I don't think that's here. This is old fashioned candy. Like candy they don't make much anymore, like the giant jawbreakers.
Okay, how bad do we need to go in here? Because it's going to be a pain in the ass.
Parking's gonna be horrible.
I'll bring her back down.
I'll come back down, but
Because
right
this
now
This is super close to
Yeah.
the house. Yeah.
Listen,
We-
right now is not the time.
It's always 100% gonna always be like
Okay,
this. We
I
just
get that,
promised
but
But
right
ear-
now is not the time.
Earlier in the day, you come down in the morning, you're gonna have a lot
Correct.
more parking. Though.
You never have to like feel unsafe. You know, they just like are really protective. They're like.
You are. Or not. What kind of puppy is it? What kind of puppy?
This is the first time I've been. That was probably not true.
Oh, it doesn't. You didn't get something from here? Grandma. What if your grandma comes? Right? No. That one? Get out.
Oh, you're in here.
I am.
Did you see the stickers over here?
Not yet.
This
Look
is
at all the
what Wyatt-
Legos,
This
yeah.
is what Wyatt's here for.
There are so many. Oh, that feels good, Reagan.
We have one of them.
We do. Wyatt, which ones do you like?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it.
You haven't.
He's got to process it all.
That is quite the impressive collection of Lego people. And they're fairly well organized. Where's all this?
There's like Washington one.
Nice.
More above the Lego people.
Look out.
Well, what?
Stickers. Hey, Kathy.
Some of this stuff hanging is just so cool.
So, I told Wyatt I would buy him 2. He looked at the deals. If you buy 7, you get 3 free. So he's going to use $35
Nice.
to buy. So he has to pick out 10.
Nice.
Get to picking.
Sorry. That's okay. It's a charging cable. Oh, is this what my dad's buying? No, I'm buying it.
Do you know that he's getting? Oh, his is a little.
This year.
No, he's in the year he graduated high school for his reunion.
Oh.
tried to call him. So.
Right there!
Oh my God.
Was that cool, dude? So like here, you can tell it's recording. I then hit it again. And
motion capture.
so here's the coolest part. Now, it sees all of us. And it's tracking our faces.
Nice.
And so yeah, I really like the camera. I have a GoPro, but I actually prefer the Insta over the GoPro.
Oh yes. Oh, this company is better than GoPro.
In my opinion.
Oh, in your opinion.
I've used them both.
What is the company name?
Insta 360.
Oh, it's the camera company name.
Yeah, Insta 360.
Insta 360.
Yes, and you'll really like it.
Yes. So I think the GoPro is most popular, but
Yeah. This has just come out, and so I got this a few months ago. It's been out for a little while, but they're trying to compete with GoPro, and I honestly like the features on this more. And so yeah, it's an awesome video camera.
Yes.
And it's super compact.
It's very good.
Yeah. Where are you guys from?
From Vancouver, Canada.
Okay. Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, Kansas City.
Have you ever been to Kansas City?
No, we never. In the middle of the US.
Middle of the U.S.
South.
Yeah. Yeah. If you
Kansas City.
don't go in the summer, it's really hot in the summer.
Really hot in the summer.
Like really hot, but
That's a desert. Or?
no, no. We have. I don't even know how to describe it. We're just in the middle of the country. It's we have the best barbecue anywhere. Anywhere.
It's good.
I would argue that. Okay, so when we get down here, there's guys handing people CDs. Just don't take it. Don't let anybody hand anything to you. Yeah, music. Do you know what a CD is?
Yeah.
You play music?
Yeah. You put it in a record and then it plays.
Kinda.
Where is he?
Down here.
Or you put it in a thing where you put it in and then it plays a movie on your TV.
I walked through this to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you did all the way down here?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was sitting that far. I went, sit down, we gotta stick together. Don't we gonna come and shoot them? And that's good. Bring it all the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pier 57 is proud to announce Sailor Sea Tours, named in honor of Sailor Sea people who lived to this area.
I definitely want to run. Are we going to?
Jimmy.
John, are we going to rent a scooter?
I don't know. We're gonna wait and see how late it is when we're done with everything. Where are we going to?
But
Into here?
Right past the orange to the left.
can we rent one on our whole trip?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't happen today. It'll happen. White and I saw some on a walk.
That smells so good.
Doesn't it?
Maybe in here.
Smells like a little donut. Yeah. You gotta like go down here, like ticket short.
Espresso bar.
Okay.
I'm glad I came up with doing this today. So one of those things, but smaller.
Yes, that's a totem pole. You thought of that right away.
I think that's the Indians one. Right? Or they have them?
What do you think you guys did?
Oh my god.
You like how much
It wasn't, honestly, we had more of a line last time.
I'm definitely.
No. More.
I think so.
Hi, 2 adults and 2 youth.
For the wings or for the wheel?
Yeah,
For the wings.
Wings overwash, yeah.
2 adults and 2 youth?
Yeah, my
Are
wife.
the youth taller than 42 inches?
What's that?
Yes, they both are. They're taller.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be $87.66 after tax. Would it be cash or card?
Card.
Alright. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, Lisa's gonna pass.
She is.
Yes.
Okay. That's okay.
You guys go.
I don't know where the tickets were.
Good. He's doing good.
All right.
What the heck is that thing? I could even buy something right?
That's a Can-Am. It's a motorcycle. It's a 3-wheel.
That looks more safe than motorcycles. Missouri.
It's probably an Uber driver. They're very rude here.
The Uber drivers?
Yeah. Well, they just think they can pull over and put on their 4 ways and then tie up a lane for 90 seconds, 2 minutes while they're loading and unloading, and they don't think it's a.
That's not nice.
What this is?
Guess what this?
What the?
Hello.
Is that the way that guy answered?
Good. How are you?
That's his ring.
No.
Dude, thank you so much. Yeah, that system, I was blown away. I used it, I did Colorado and Wyoming backcountry discovery routes back to back.
Right.
And I just used my single hose system. And then when I started Washington with friends, they had Morphlate. And dude, game changer. So it's Tuesday, it's like 3:30 p.m. and I just got off the phone with Sean at Morphlate, and I got my Morphlate ordered. I am on a brief layover in Seattle till Saturday morning, and I needed to make sure it was going to get here. So they actually made the hoses this morning. They're shipping it out tomorrow. It'll be in Seattle by Friday. So customer service from Morphlate is unbelievable. At the end of the day, I'm starting to see it more clearly. Life isn't about work or the grind. It's about connection. It's about being fully present, taking in the little things that surround me, and holding tight to the time I get with the people I love. It's about stepping outside what feels safe, pushing myself to do something that might feel a little dangerous, because that's where I learn and that's where I grow. I'm realizing that love shows up in those messy, imperfect moments, and figuring things out together and choosing to keep going even when it's overwhelming or frustrating. Because someday, these very moments, the hard ones, the tender ones, the simple ones, they're the ones we'll long to have back. And I don't want to miss them while they're here. Okay. So,
I want to.
no, listen, I want you to make a cool video. Here's,
Okay.
hold on. Yep, you're zoomed out, you're good.
Okay. Can I film or something?
If it turns off, for some reason, hit that button again.
Okay. Okay, guys. Let's go spy on our
You and
grandparents.
Wyatt are filming a YouTube episode.
Let's go. Let's go spy on our grandparents. Okay? So, I'm gonna show you the journey. We don't know what. So we're gonna try to go steal a cookie if there is some, and so yeah, we're at our grandparents' house, and so we're gonna go spy on our grandparents. Even though they told us not to, but John and my mom said that we could. So I'm just gonna tag along and we'll show you the way.
Thank you for joining me on my healing journey. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.
Okay, guys. So yeah, Wyatt's here with me.